An early advantage in mid lane, and Amber doing a nice job getting the peel on to Barrack to take away the damage onto Setmix. Setmix wouldn't have died from it, but he would have been much lower. But he is now going to be able to rotate away and get where he needs to go because of that. Clutch just a little bit too far away from Hiron. I also think there was maybe a little bit of minion block as well, so he was not able to get that additional damage from that Centurion punish. Otto very, very low. Hiron very, very low. Hiron will go down here, will get executed, and Otto will be able to run away scot-free and be able to heal. Silencer on C will be contesting that point against Setmix. BP against BP, both of these characters able to punish each other's bashes with good flips, but now we see Setmix in a 1v2 situation. He gets the bash, does not decide to follow through, and he does get a rotation from Legion eventually. But Setmix, I feel like the damage has been done, and here Clutch is here with that tier 1 yet again. And if we look at Amber, no tier 1. So these early deaths, and even though we did see some good peel from Amber to get Setmix get away, unfortunately there's just no renown. Clutch is spending the time in mid to get the renown that he needs to get that. And Warmonger I believe Warmonger is considered a vanguard, so taking these minions gives extra renown. Amber is able to get the kill onto Silencer, but Clutch will take out Amber and I believe Legion as well. Hiron is in a gank situation as well. Setmix still alive, still doing what he can. But again, I feel like the feat disparity. Clutch already using that Corruption Blade, and now Amber is coming in with Corruption Blade himself. Let's see if Amber can turn this fight around with that. We have seen Clutch being able to do it, but right now there is this separation that Corruption Blade is supposed to do already. But Clutch already putting himself in that scenario. And just as Corruption Blade goes out, he gets the light onto Otto. And now Amber, unfortunately, wasting that blade. Light parry will come through. Heavier into light will guarantee that. And the top heavy should kill Amber. And an unfortunate use of that Corruption Blade. And now Clutch has Corruption Blade himself. Heavy hits, both heavies hit. And this is just another disastrous team fight here for Missing Bones.
I think there are a lot of glaring issues that we're seeing between Missing Bones' players, but I think the number one thing that's, oh dear, Clutch, that's a lot of dodges, and finally gonna get guard broken, but I think the number one issue that we're seeing from Missing Bones, and this isn't necessarily from Amber specifically, but from the team as a whole, is they're not able to feed their Warmonger the renown that she needs in order to get her feats, and that's priority number one. Quite literally, you can give up a zone to give your Warmonger her tier 1 because she needs it. It is incredibly valuable, and Amber might have a shot at pulling off a 1vx. Keep in mind, that is extra renown here. We are going to see the tier 1 being used, and Amber out at her tier 2. And we may see a bit of a comeback in this game. Keep in mind, if Missing Bones does lose this game, it is the end of the tournament for them. They're going to have to make a loser's bracket run through this grand finals. So it's going to be difficult, but if they're not able to properly use or properly set their Warmonger up for the renown she needs, it's going to be very difficult to win. So it really is a matter of how much renown can be fed here. Clutch nearly at his tier 3 at this point, which isn't, I'd say it's the least important of the 4 feats for Warmonger, the tier 4 and tier 1 just being so incredibly powerful, as well as the tier 2. And so if they're able to pull off this gank here, Clutch should be a decent bit of the way to his tier 4. As well, we're going to see the other Warmonger coming in, feeding even more renown. Clutch may be able to get Corruption Blast off of this, or at least most of the way there. A light parry coming out, and they will get the gank, and Clutch will get Corruption Blast as well. They are at a 300, make it 450 point lead currently, and game 4 looking like it'll be the final game of the tournament, Restu.
Yeah, Legion is in a very, very tough spot. I really don't think he should be here. I mean, there's the rotation from Hiron, but again, I don't think but there being 3 people there, Legion is just maybe out of position. Maybe he's just confident that he'll be able to do something because he knows Hiron was rotating in. But it's just a very tough fight to take. He does get the kick onto Silencer, does not get the second one, so there is no kill. Light attack will land. He tried to target swap the light to try and interrupt the bash that he knew was coming. Did not land. He just gets bashed for it, and the crushing counter will actually kill Legion. And the point lead just continues to snowball completely out of control. Amber does have both feats, but again, it's just behind Unclutch, the tier 3 coming through. Amber now no longer has that revenge shield, is going to use the parry counter. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Maybe he tried to parry with a bash selector or something, and it automatically did the parry counter, but not what you want to see in that scenario. And Silencer getting that heavy off, and the execution beautifully done. Centurion and BP, just incredible ganks, really showing why Centurion is a must pick in competitive 4v4 if you want to do well. You just need the ganking power and the 100-0 capability of Centurion if you want to do well, and it's without feeding revenge if you can get the gank timing properly, which this is Nemesis. We know they can. They just showed us multiple times. Hiron is very, very low. Setmix is basically in a 1v2, and now especially with that corrupt blade coming through, Hiron really needs to try and kill himself or go and heal. Did not feel like he had the opportunity to do so. I think he could have, but he just was unable to, or just decided not to. Barrick very, very low here. Setmix at about half a bar, or about 2 bars. Barrick trying to get the ledge, almost gets it, does not quite get it though. Setmix will hit the side there. Hiron though, Hiron will get that ledge on to Otto, and Barrick staying alive very, very well. He has been low for quite a long time. Clutch also low, does need to run. He knows he needs to get away. Sinister Shield was given to Clutch, but it doesn't matter. Clutch needs to leave. He needs to get to a spot where he can either take a point and heal, or he can get up to these ladders and jump off after Renown, so no Renown is given over. I'm sure that's what he wants to try to do. Otto should be able to be here to peel at least a little bit. That leaves Otto in a tough situation. Clutch really needs to try and decide what he's going to do, because he can't stay that low HP and risk giving Renown over to a team that really, really does need the Renown in order to really compete. Somebody's just spamming a feed. Not sure what they're trying to do, but Clutch is electing to stick around with absolutely no HP. One headbutt light will guarantee his death, but we see the healing coming out from that tier 2 feat with the Warmonger, and it doesn't matter if he has under a bar of HP. Now he's at almost half just from 2 heavies, because Warmonger feats are pretty good.
Yeah, we saw a triple cap a moment ago from Missing Bones, and that's exactly what they needed here. And they're still looking okay for their situation, but their situation isn't good is the thing. They put themselves at a supreme disadvantage because Clutch was able to farm those feats so fast, and now Amber trying to make it up in this final team fight. But that's the thing, is the rest of Clutch's team has managed to get their feats, and we're seeing Umbral Shelter and Otto not quite at phalanx, but I expect he'll have it relatively soon, based on how their Renown has been going. And Amber going to be the first player to fall. And the Pugio goes around the corner, tracking like a heat-seeking missile, taking down Legion. And that's going to be the second of them, and that's going to be the third. Hiron going down. Setmix trying to keep his team alive in this tournament. He has Umbral to work with, but it doesn't matter at this point. It's over. He's just trying to avoid being ledged, but it's almost inevitable that he's going to die in some form. Gonna be guard broken, and Barrick really wants this ledge, but Clutch, he's kind of done fooling around. He just wants an execution, and games 3 and 4, a blowout by Nemesis, and it was 100% to do with the Warmonger's farming rates, because Nemesis was giving Clutch a lot more scenarios.